Ja, ich bin's wieder, okay, so neue Herren. Hier mit meinem Let's Play von Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Spirit of Justice. Was waren das jetzt gerade für Legungen, habe ich gerade gesehen. Vielleicht war es auch nur einige Einbildung. Gott, bitte nicht! Naja, wir erinnern uns, dass wir innerhalb der Mood Matrix Bonnie ein bisschen therapiert haben, dass sie dann ihre wahren Emotionen jetzt endlich preisgegeben hat, nämlich, dass sie eine miese Bitch ist, die Trucy nur das Schlechte wünscht. Und, was ganz interessant ist, sie wusste, was Trucy sich für einen Aufwand geleistet hat, damit der Trick, den sie verbockt hat, wieder funktioniert. Aber wie kann sie das wissen? Sie war während der Zeit auf der Bühne und jeder hat sie gesehen. Ah, das ist schon ein Widerspruch. Was da wohl los ist? You have just taken a long, senseless journey, only to return to the starting line. The witness could not have been in the understage passage, which means the only one left who could have killed the victim is the accused. Guess the party's over. But Mr. Fung knew something she couldn't have known unless she was under the stage. How do you explain that, Prosecutor Satmari? It's quite simple. The accused must have told Mr. Fung about it, but then forget.
Ha! Open those useless eyes of yours and take a good look at the footage!
If Mr. Fun really was in the understage passage, it would mean she was on stage and understage at the same time. You mean she was in two places at once? That does seem to be the only explanation that makes any sense. It may be an explanation, but I'm not sure about the makes sense part. Then we'll just have to make it make sense. Your Honor, the witness was both on stage and understage at the same time. That is the defense assertion.
Bist du jetzt völlig bescheuert? Ich meine, I've heard some illogical things come out of here before, but this is absurd!
I'm sure you'll change your tune once you hear my reasoning, Your Honor.
My gut tells me you're bluffing, but I'll bite! Very well, Mr. Justice! How do you explain how the witness was in two places at once?
Ja, wie können wir das wohl erklären? Teleportieren kann sie ja nicht. Selbst wenn sie ein geübter Magier ist, Übersinnliches liegt ihr einfach nicht. Das ist Fakt. Dass die Bonnie auf der Dings ist, das kann auch nicht sein. Auf der Bühne. Das heißt, es gab zwei Bonnies. There were two Bonnies, Your Honor. If that were the case, it would all make sense, wouldn't it?
There were
two of them? I suspected you had a few screws loose, but now I see more are missing altogether. Is there a toolkit in this courtroom, Your Honor? Das ist nicht dein Ernst gewesen, Nayuta. Alter. I suppose three screws to the head should righten his putrid brain. Alter, kannst du mal aufhören, mich ständig zu beleidigen, Junge? Ich wollte das noch lesen.
very well, bailiff, could you?
Hold it! No, wait, please listen to my argument. Oh.
Very well, I suppose it wouldn't hurt to at least give it a listen.
Ja, danke. As was argued earlier, Mr. Farmer is shown in the footage the whole time. But at the same time, she was also watching Miss Wright in the understage passage. The only possible explanation is that there are two Bonnies.
That almost sounds like it makes sense. What do you think, Prosecutor Satmani?
This humble servant of the Holy Mother is of the opinion that we should lose no time in replacing the defense's many lost screws. But Apollo, it goes against reality itself to say that one person is actually two. But we don't have to be bound by reality. After all, we're talking about magic here. So, if the Bonnie the Femme in the footage is the real Bonnie, then the Bonnie here on the witness stand, the one who must have been on the stage, this Bonnie the Femme, is our second Bonnie.
She is?
Say we call the one in front of us Bonnie number 2. I believe I have just a piece of evidence to prove that a Miss Bonnie 2 exists.
Oh, then please submit your evidence, Mr. Justice! What proves the existence of a Bonnie number 2?
Wir erinnern uns an die Investigation. Neben den Fingerabdrücken von Mr. Rias, dem Opfer, und Bonnie gab es noch ein weiteres Paar, welches dessen Identität noch völlig unbekannt ist.
What's this?
During our investigation, we found a set of unknown prints on the coffin on the stage. These prints were most likely left during the course of the show. But they didn't match the prints of any of the people involved in this case. An unknown third party's fingerprints? I was not told of this. Emma must have kept it from him. So the question is, who could these prints possibly belong to? Sie wird nervös. Mr. Fum, or should I say Bunny number 2? These are your fingerprints, aren't they? Enough of this foolishness. One person could not possibly be 2. Those fingerprints could have been left, not only during the show, but at any time. It's not like you to lose your cool like that, Prosecutor Satmari. And I'm sure you know that. Exactly when the fingerprints were made is not the main issue.
What do you mean by that, Mr. Justice?
The issue is, who does these unknown prints belong to? They're certainly not Bonnie the Femmes. But what if they belong to the person standing right in front of us?
Oh! You mean Bonnie number 2 is the second Bonnie? Is that what you're implying?
It's preposterous to suggest that those prints belong to the witness. I say they must belong to some other unknown individual. Prosecutor Satmari, can you really look at her and still say that?
What are you looking at? Take a picture. It'll last longer.
How could this be? If we check her prints, I'm sure they match the unknown set. Well, Bonnie, the prints that don't belong to the real you belong to you, don't they, Bonnie number 2?
Witness! Is what the defense has said true?
Fine, I admit it. The fingerprints are mine!
Then does that mean you aren't Bonnie the Femme?
What?
Ridiculous!
Ah, da wurde St. Martin ja richtig hart genommen. Hat genommen gesagt.
Jetzt lass das!
Are they really two bunnies?
Nope, there's only one bunny. That's because I'm Betty. Betty the femme.
What?
Ladies and gentlemen of the court, it's time for a wondrous magic show. Gasp in amazement as this lagomorphing illusionist performs her teleportation magic. Watch closely, it's showtime!
What amazing trick! The witness has suddenly split into two people!
It's not a trick, no gimmick to it either. We're simply twins.
Da ist ja die Lösung und das Geheimnis ihres Tricks. Sie haben die ganze Zeit zusammengearbeitet. Ja, Zwillinge sind schon was Geiles, ha? So erstaunliche Menschen. What? Twins? So that's how the teleportation trick works.
Ever since our debut, I've had to hide or pretend I'm Bonnie. All cute and sweet and goody-goody. I can't tell you how stressful it's been! But I don't have to hide anymore. That's right, our days of sneaking around are finally over.
Their cover is blown, but they actually seem pretty happy about it. So which one of you is the nice Bonnie the femme we met in the dressing room?
That would be me.
And the sharp-tongued Bonnie we saw with the rating Raja understage was...
Hey! Who are you calling sharp-tongued?
It's all starting to make sense now. Yep. Genauso auch mit dieser Fingerabdruckgeschichte. Wie Emma auch richtig gesagt hat. Nicht mal Zwillinge haben identische Fingerabdrücke.
So, Mr. Justice, this changes the fact of the case rather dramatically, doesn't it?
It certainly does. During the show, it was Bonnie who was on stage the whole time. So Bonnie couldn't have committed the crime. But Betty, on the other hand, who was on the stage, did have the opportunity.
Well, so we now have two suspects!
Wait just a minute there, lobster boy! I didn't do it! That's right, Betty might have a foul mouth, but she'd never kill anybody. Hey! Who's got a foul mouth here? Oh, Well, speak up! Huh?
Please save your siblings squabbling for later.
Ist süß irgendwie.
Betty, you must have been in the understage passage during the show. Otherwise, you wouldn't have known about the stage lifts being moved. So what exactly were you doing down there?
Fine, I'll testify. Anything to get you off my back.
Prosecutor St. Marty, Betty the femme is ready to testify! What do you say?
Betty, you lied to this humble servant of the Holy Mother. Hey, what else could I do? I couldn't blow our cover and ruin our magic act. Besides, I'm gonna go to your Twilight Hell or whatever of being a liar? You will indeed. However, it won't be after your death. Rather, I shall give you a taste of your punishment on this mortal coil, in interrogation hell.
Now then, Betty the Farm, please explain to this court! What exactly you were doing under the stage?
Na dann, neue Aussage. BZW Doppelaussage, ich meine, ja, 2 Peoples.
It's true. I had business in the understage passage because of the upcoming trick. It was in the fire trick, right? The one Mr. Rios was supposed to do? That's right. It's a very dangerous trick, so I had to make sure we were prepared for it. It was in the script. I really wanted to see it, but I couldn't because of the accident. Shut up! You gotta give it away! Anyway, I was really busy. Yeah, way too busy to have the chance to kill Mr. Rios.
Well, that was certainly different.
How's that for a flawless testimony and alibi? Our magic is real. It's not a trick or a gimmick.
Oh my, she's floating!
Nee, sie wird von Bonnie nur am Arsch festgehalten. Your Honor. You can see she is being held up from below.
You were supposed to pretend you didn't see that. It's a little something called etiquette.
But I can't help it. Whenever I see a contradiction or inconsistency, I just have to point it out. Ja, Apollo, jeder hat seine Macken. Ist ja gut.
Now then, the defense may begin its cross-examination.
Okay, ohne großes Trara, also ab ins Reizverhör. What happened under stage? Ja, dann wollen wir mal. So, das ist was. It was the fire trick, right? The one Mr. Rios was supposed to do. Ja, im Skript hat man ja auch gelesen, dass er irgendeinen Trick vorführen wollte. It's a very dangerous trick, so I had to make sure we were prepared for it. Was das angeht, da sollte ja... Wo haben wir denn das Skript? Da können wir das ja mal durchlesen. Show Script. So, Mr. Rios fire trick. This will be dangerous. Make sure the fire bucket is ready. Also der Feuereimer. Allerdings haben wir den im Backstage-Bereich gefunden. Und wohlgemerkt unbenutzt, weil er verstaubt war as hell. I hate to break this to you, Betty, but there's a big flaw in your testimony. As big as the one in that floating trick you did earlier.
Oh, harsh words. Well, let me tell you something, forehead boy. No one has ever figured out how we do our teleportation trick.
No one except me, you mean?
Well, we have even better tricks up our sleeves. Huh? We do? I told you to keep it zipped!
No, don't fight, you two! Mr. Justice, what's this about a flaw in the testimony?
The script has this to say about the fire trick. This will be dangerous. Make sure the fire bucket is ready. However, we found the fire bucket lying empty backstage except for a layer of dust.
Ouch!
You didn't even attempt to get ready for the next trick, did you, Betty?
You got me!
Dann sind die schon wieder kaputt. Betty the Fun, you will explain yourself!
There's nothing to explain. Come on, Betsy. We can't hide it any longer. We might as well tell them. Shut up! You can barely take care of yourself! Don't try and tell me what to do!
Well, if neither of you will explain, I guess I'll have to. The reason Betty didn't prepare for the fire trick is because she... is afraid to... Nein? Was ist egal? Sie wusste, dass die Show nicht weitergehen würde. You didn't prepare for the fire trick because you knew, didn't you? You knew that the body would be found and that the show would then be cancelled.
Ah! Don't be ridiculous, you insignificant speck of a man! I'm gonna thank those land banks of yours off! Is that what you want, huh?
Whatever, they can grow back. Wirklich? Now stop stalling and just tell us the truth already.
I can't reveal my secret, I'm a magician!
You have been chasing the shadow of an illusory culprit defense. And having chanced upon a convenient target, you have let yourself get carried away.
Exactly. Where's your proof, huh?
And yet, I concede that the witness' taste for false words has also been proven. I advise you to confine your deceitful trickery to your magic act, witness.
The deceitful trickery? As your court-appointed therapist, I'd like to add something here, Betty.
You finally let yourself be who you really are. But if you continue to hide behind lies, you'll just be imprisoning your heart all over again.
But all these questions mean you're trying to put me in prison for real! So I'll be behind bars either way!
Does that mean you're admitting your guilt?
Of course not! I can't believe you people! Every one of you thinks I did something I didn't do! You! Lobster Boy! Q-Bone Teaser! Headcase Brat! Severus Monk!
Q-Bone Teaser?
Headcase Brat? Really? Betty, calm down. Come on now, deep breaths, deep breaths. Look, I'm not a murderer, I tell you.
Then how did you know the show would be called off before the fire trick? Bevor wir das beantworten, nach diesem mega Breakout von ihr, wo sie erstmal jeden hier beleidigt. Ja, mir bleibt nichts weiter zu sagen. Egal ob positiv oder negativ, Bewertung immer gern gesehen, das war's von meiner Seite. Wir sehen uns das nächste Mal wieder. Sehr geil!